Hello again, everybody. Welcome to another Working Out with Erin Briggs video. We have another strength workout for you guys today.
Yeah, we're pumped to have you. So I realize Maggie and I start talking a lot while you're watching us do these warm-ups. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in and tell you what the warm-ups are going to be, and then we're going to get chatty.
Oh, that's a great idea. That's great.
Okay. So your workout today has 4 and maybe 5, if you're counting a bonus move, 4 main movements. The first one is going to be a push-up or an overhead press. And you're seeing Maggie and I do warm-ups for that right now. You probably saw some down dogs, you saw some push-ups, you saw some knee push-ups, you saw whatever, right? The goal is for you just to kind of move slowly and work out the kinks. Exercise number 2 is a deadlift. And again, you're going to see some different options with us doing those right now. I'm using a kettlebell, standing up tall and proud. Maggie's using her band. You could do this body weight, and the goal here is just move well. Don't worry about fast. This part's not your workout. This is your warm-up. So just chill, take it easy, and kind of prime those movements for what's coming up next. All right. Your next movement is a row. You're going to take that kettlebell or that band and just pull it. Think elbows up to the ceiling, or if you're standing upright, to the back wall. And a reminder, if you don't like doing it from the ground and you've got the hookups, you can totally attach this to a door frame or around a doorknob and do those standing rows instead. Remember, it all works. How you feeling?
Good. Yeah. It was interesting. I was feeling a little tight today, so it was great to get back into some movement, and felt myself, especially towards the end of this, little couple sets here. I felt really good after this, so it was a great start to
warm-up set's really nice.
Yeah,
helps us in the set. And that
really
fourth move
needs to get into it.
Fourth move, by the way, is a squat. This is our last main move. Once we're done with this one, we are going to take a 30-second break, and we'll encourage you to do the same. Reminder that if you need more time to get set up, you can always pause that video and then restart it. That's the beauty of having the video, right? You get the pause button. Okay, cool. All right. See, we've got
don't forget to come back to it, right?
Yeah, that does not count for your workout.
No.
That was maybe a little mobility, right? We've got the workout counts when that stopwatch gets on the screen, which is coming up soon. So program notes today: 4 main movements. Each one's going to be 45 seconds.
First one is a deadlift, right?
First one is a push-up.
Oh, push-up. Sorry.
No worries. Yeah. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And if I didn't say it, you get 3 rounds today. That first week, last week was our first week of April. We really focused on doing 1 to 2 rounds, and the idea is that we do kind of the same basic movements, right? Monday's almost always going to be really, really similar. They're going to be things that you know, but we're going to make them a little bit more challenging each week as we work through April. Sometimes you'll have 30 seconds, sometimes you'll have 45, maybe 60 seconds, and sometimes the rounds will change. In fact, as the month progresses, all of those things will change. The good news is you don't have to worry about those. That's my job. And you get to watch us. We'll help you out with it. That being said, you've got about 6 seconds to go. This first round is all about feeling good, making sure that it feels a little like exercise. 3, 2, 1. Let's get into that deadlift. As soon as you're ready, go ahead and begin. Remember, you've got 45 seconds. You don't have to rep every single second of it. If it takes you a little more time to get into it, please use that time.
Yeah, and I'm just going to say, I don't know about you, Erin, but every time I do push-ups, it feels like exercise.
Right. There's no easy set of push-ups.
Like you just said, it feels a little bit like exercise, and I'm like, whatever. Every time I do push-ups, it feels like exercise.
You're not alone. That's pretty much everybody.
But it's probably a good thing that I do them.
Yeah.
For that reason.
It's a great movement. Yeah, we're going to keep them up. All right, you've got about 8 seconds to go. By the way, Maggie and I were wondering, I might have made us go 15 seconds longer on one of these exercises.
I don't think you did, though.
3, 2, 1. Oh, we totally nailed it.
Yeah,
good.
We did. Yeah,
that was the one I was worried about.
Yeah, we did great. Now we're doing rows, you guys. Quit giggling and tell them what to do.
I can't help it, yeah.
And you'll see Erin is doing a row with his kettlebell. He's doing it with 2 arms and just lifting those elbows up to the ceiling. You can see it's not even that big of a movement.
No, it's small, but it's effective.
And I'm using that band, and if you want more resistance on the band, it just means that you hold it lower down, right? So I've got it underneath my feet, and if you want it to be more difficult, just grab onto that band lower so that the rubber band essentially is tighter, right?
Yeah. And
3 more seconds here. Next one is what again?
Your squat.
We just did this workout, but I
Exercise,
forget
I know.
what it is.
You would probably repressed it.
Yeah.
All right, so with your squat, the idea is that you're sitting in a chair. In fact, I'll let and encourage a lot of my clients to actually get a chair. So you can sit down. Yeah, it's actually a really nice way to do a squat is to get a chair, or even if you want to add a little oomph, dial it up a little bit, get a stool, get something that's a little bit lower.
Yeah.
And that almost like an accountability partner, like how it makes you go a little bit lower, but there's the safety net of having something to sit down on too. So if you're at all concerned about squats with your hips to your knees, consider using a chair. But again, this first round is all about getting a feel for it. You've got 5 seconds to go, and then you have the option of doing 3, 2, 1. You've got the option to either do a rest for 30 seconds or a core for 30 seconds. I think Maggie chooses the rest option every time. My core this time is going to be a plank. Every single time I'm going to do it just for consistency's sake. You, as always, we love giving you autonomy and choice. So do whatever core you want to if you're choosing to do it. Otherwise, just take a rest. 30 seconds isn't that much time.
No, it's not that much time. 45 seconds when we're on feels like a long time.
2, 1, back to push-ups. Part of the reason I chose the plank is so I could go right back into my push-ups.
Ugh. Wow. It's like you thought this through or something.
It's almost like I thought it through.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. This time, Maggie is doing an overhead press, and you'll notice she's using just one arm. Again, we're going 3 rounds. You've already done 1, so Maggie is going to be able to even out her arms. Not that it's super important, right? It could be uneven, but it works for her this time, right? If you have a band and you like to press over your head, you certainly can. Remember that round 2, you already kind of got a feel for those pushing exercises, right? Things are probably feeling pretty good. Now is your time to dial it up just a little bit. Aim for a little more oomph. Make your form a little bit better if it feels like exercise and feels like
3
fatigue.
more seconds here,
Thank
right?
you for the countdown. 1, let's move to that deadlift. But yeah, intention is the same for every exercise. Make it a little bit better, make it a little more, intense is sometimes the right word. Just make it feel more like you. You're tighter, you should be proud of this. One of the funny things I like to say, especially with having preschoolers at home, we have a lot of art that ends up on display, fridge, walls, and if you could take a picture of your form right now and send it to the people that you love, it would be fridge worthy.
You should be proud of yourself.
You should be proud of yourself, right? That's how well you're moving. If you feel like your movement is sloppy or you don't want it on display, then that's kind of a good sign to change it up, right? It's a silly way to talk about it, but
makes sense.
Helps you think about it. 3, 2, 1, and row. And just to call attention, you maybe noticed that with that deadlift, I was doing it with just one arm. Totally fine on a deadlift. Both my legs were still working, and that's the main muscles that were working there. And then you'll see me moving into a single arm row. Very similar to when Maggie was doing that overhead press. It works, whether it's one arm or both arms. As long as you look and feel pretty good, you're gonna keep going with it.
All right, then, sorry, we just had a little interruption here. Just keep pulling those elbows up to the ceiling. Make sure that it feels good, looks good. I think I had to kind of lessen the difficulty on this round. I was feeling pretty tight after the last one. All right, 3, 2, 1. Sorry guys, missed that countdown. Go ahead and switch to that squat. Now you'll see that I changed up my position there as well with my hands. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't making those squats too difficult. Again, I was feeling kind of tight, so if I wanted to make it a little more difficult, I would just grab lower down on that band. And Aaron is choosing to hold that, what's that hold called?
It's called the goblet squat.
Yeah, goblet squat.
Yeah.
And Aaron could either have his arms straight and kind of be doing like a sumo squat, where that
where I'm holding it lower.
You could be holding it lower, but 3, that one's a little more challenging.
2, 1, go ahead and take yourself a little break. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thanks for the tips there.
Yeah, so just kind of some different, and again, always with a squat, you can always, the option is always to do a lunge. Any sort of lunge if you guys want as well.
Lunge.
So
you got 15 seconds left, whether you're doing break or core. If you need to grab a quick sip of water, do so. And remember, you can pause the video, right, if you need to. Take a little longer break. We're working with 30 seconds, which, speaking of, we've got 3 seconds left. 2, 1, push-ups. You're on your last round. Round 3 is all about making that intensity.
Go ahead and start.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was implied, but that's okay. In fact, it's not implied. No, I realize this because in my classes, if I don't say start, everyone just kind of hangs around.
Yeah,
right?
we wait for that start word.
I love it.
And we really listen for the stop word.
You're not going to do 1 second longer than you have to. All right. You've got about 20 seconds left. Keep rolling. Round 3 is about making sure it feels like exercise. Like, no duh. It's going to feel like exercise now.
Guys.
Yeah.
Third round was feeling tough, I'm sure.
Exactly. And it's finished well, too, right? It's hard. You should be fatigued by now. You've got 5 seconds.
You got this. You
4,
can do it.
3, 2, 1. Go ahead and switch to those deadlifts. And good news, no more push-ups.
Yeah. Yep. No more push-ups. Yay.
Unless you choose to do them. You can always
I
do
guess
one.
you could rewind the video and do it all over again if you want to, which would be great, and it would be amazing if you guys wanted to do that. But no, it's not necessary.
Not at all. All right. Deadlifts, same guidelines here. You took the first round. You made your form look and feel good. Second round was about dialing it up, finding what worked best for you. Third round, finish well. Go tight, make it look good, make it feel like exercise. You've got this. You're standing tall and proud every time you come up. When you're going down to the ground, you're smooth, you're looking good. Stay sharp. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do that row. No more deadlifts.
Yay.
Check it off. All right, and again, whatever version of row looks and feels best for you. If you're bending over a little bit, just think elbow to the ceiling, or maybe your weight into your hip or your belly button. There's a couple of ways to say that. If you're standing a little more upright, think elbows to the back wall, or you're pulling your hands in towards your ribs, anything like that. We give you those cues just to help you think about moving a little bit different. It's always easy to say, hey, row this, but not a lot of people know exactly what that means. If you try to touch your elbows to the back wall, all of a sudden that gets a little more clear. So
Yeah,
again,
and if you guys ever have questions, just let us know too.
Oh, absolutely.
We're here for you. We're here to help. We could even do like a video chat if you want to show us your
3,
your form.
2, 1, and the squats. Oh, for sure. We'd love to do that. Our goal here is to make these exercises, to make it very clear, to make it simple. And reminder that simple doesn't mean easy, right? But just to give you a really clear and simple way for you to keep moving, for you to get stronger, for you to stay fit all the time, but especially during this kind of stay-at-home time, right? It's easy to let that go. Okay. Third and final round of squats. You know the drill. Make them look good, make them feel good. Get that intensity right where it needs to be. It should feel like exercise. I know I was breathing here.
Oh yeah.
A little bit of
me
muscle
too.
burn. Felt a lot of cardio. It was
Yeah.
challenging.
Yeah, and I just wanted to mention too that this week and next week we are kind of starting to work on
3,
some skills.
2, 1. Take a little break. Either a 30-second breather or core. Sorry, Damaris,
Core.
go ahead.
Yeah, no. I'm
What were
glad
you
you
gonna
did
say?
that, Aaron. Yeah, if you didn't catch it, we're starting to work on some habit building skills, and that just means that we're practicing something together. And this week and next week will be our scheduling it. We're calling it Schedule It skill.
Yep, if it's
and
important.
that just means that, like Aaron said, sometimes these times of movement or getting some extra
Go ahead and take a break.
yeah, oh yeah, sorry. Break from that and go ahead and get into that long sit, right?
That long sitting stretch.
Yeah, long sitting stretch.
First 30 seconds is just holding, get to that position, and feel that stretch to that backside.
Yeah, you can take a deep breath here. You're done with your exercises. So anyway, if you didn't catch it, we shared a quick video on just some skills that we're going to start building, and there's a link on that. Maybe I'll add it to this one too.
That'd be smart.
If you want just some more information about how to schedule things and Aaron's little tips and tricks of the trade. And we've got a couple things that you can download as well. So we'll link to that in the show notes for this one too.
We're going to be practicing that, and again, we're just inviting you to do the same.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, things don't happen unless we schedule it, right? So Aaron and I have learned that.
Hope is not a strategy.
Hope is not a strategy. The calendar, it just fills itself up if you don't
That's right.
etch out some things in stone. So
That's right. Okay, we're officially done with that long stretch. We always take the last 30 seconds to just kind of relax into that same stretch. So again, your goal here is just to sit on the ground with your legs nice and long and to kind of wiggle around, pretend like you're a kid again, really, right? That you have that flexibility.
yeah, those kids, they always
That's
sit
it.
like this, which is crazy. Yeah, it's okay if your knees can't go, if your legs have to be a little bent when you're sitting like this too. Well, that's it that we have. That's all we have for you guys today. We are, again, just so happy that you're here with us. Please subscribe to this channel if you want to keep getting these videos, we'd love it if you would share the word about these videos too. Again, we're just so pumped to be on this journey with you guys, and happy to be doing this with you. Make it a great day.